Welcome to episode 6. This episode is Momprenuer. We have Jackie Angiello on today. I've been dying to have her on Loans and Drones. You do not want to miss this. We're going to be talking about her business, life balance, everything that she does to be a success in today's market. Let's go. Jackie, thank you so much for joining us today. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. So let's just dive right in. When you hear Momprenuer, what does that mean to you?
So to me, it's a mom that has a business. For myself, I am a mom of 3. My twins just turned 5 over this past weekend, and then my oldest is 6. And I've been in the real estate industry now for going on 12 years.
Yeah, and you and I have been working together for about 12.
The whole time. Yeah.
Right when you got into business. And I just saw a difference of professionalism in you right away. And you had this hunger and desire to be a real estate agent. And then the mom part comes in a little after that. Tell me about that.
I became a mom in 2017 to my daughter, Mia. And at that point, I had already been in the industry for about 5.5 years. And it was a huge life change. I mean, real estate is pretty 24/7. Your clients expect you to be available or at least accessible. So it was a huge change adding a baby to the mix and still trying to maintain the level of business that I was doing. So it's been a lot, but I've come a long way.
Yeah, and then shortly after, you had twins.
Yes. So when Mia was a year and a half old, we welcomed boy-girl twins in 2019, Liam and Allie. And going from 0 to 3 kids in a year and a half was a lot. Most people look at me when I tell them that and they like fall off their chair. They're like, how did you survive that? And honestly, I feel like I barely did, but we're in a good place now. And I have a lot to share about that. And anybody else who is a mom and a business owner, and some of the things that I've learned along the way.
All right, so I remember back in 2022, you were crushing it with volume. First quarter, you were already at like 12 million in sales, just killing it. But then all of a sudden there was a shift as far as Jackie. What happened during that time?
Yeah, so I think moms tend to do this, and I definitely did this to myself. You try to still do everything at home and everything in all parts of your business, and I was fully burnt out. I didn't have a transaction coordinator. I didn't have a lot of showing help. And then I'm still maintaining, cooking, cleaning, kid activities, errand running, all the things. And I think I just completely burnt out. I hit a wall, and I knew something had to change. 2022 was my busiest year so far. I closed about 18.3 that year and did not have enough leverage. I mean, I know some people who were probably less stressed than me doing 50 million, but they figured it out where they were delegating parts of their business that they didn't need to be involved in anymore. And I had not figured that out yet. So I think a lot of moms feel that way. They put a lot of pressure on themselves that they need to do everything and be everything to all people. And you just can't do it and maintain your sanity. I didn't.
Yeah. Advice for moms that want to be entrepreneurs, what would you say?
So I would say do less. That is like my number one thing is do less. You can't do everything well. So you need to choose what are the activities that you have to be doing and then outsource other things so that you can focus on your family, maintain healthy boundaries, but still do a great job for your clients.
Right.
So for me, I chose to do some childcare. If you are running around with your kids all day, it can be a little stressful while you're trying to offer a high level of service in your business. So, my twins were in preschool. I have house cleaners that come. I was doing a lot of grocery delivery, to be honest, because I didn't have time to always be running through grocery stores. Landscaping, so that I didn't have to have Donnie mowing the lawn and spending 2 hours out there every weekend because I needed his help with the kids so that I could do showings. So that's something that worked for us. And then on the business side of things, I have a bookkeeper now as a result of the burnout from 2022. I had a lot more help with showings, inspections, transaction coordinating, and then help with marketing. So I was doing all of those things before myself, and
Wow.
it was not it was not going to be able to continue that way. So that's my advice for people, is to see where you can delegate and ask for help.
I have the utmost respect for moms and the job, not a job, it's the lifestyle that you have, what you have as being a mom and being a wife and trying to raise your kids in this wild world that we live in. And then you put the professional side with that. I'm always amazed by what you do as an individual, just because you do have 3 kids and they're all close in age. I think you mentioned that earlier too, that it's one thing to have 3 kids, but when they're that close in age, that becomes a bit of a challenge, right?
Yes. Having them that close in age where everybody is going through the same stage pretty much at once can be super overwhelming. They all need you at the same time. And my hope is one day when I'm older and my kids are grown up, that they look back and they know I really prioritized them. I wanted to live a big life and really get after my goals, but that they were the first priority. And then I hope that they know that mommy had a badass business, but she cared most about the kids, you know? So that's what I hope.
Do you see, I've had others on here too, and I've always asked them, do you ever have mom guilt?
Yeah, so it's funny. I attended with Keller Williams. They had a panel of moms, which I was really excited to attend that, because I just like to know that I'm not alone in this, and that there's other moms that are balancing work life and home life. And sometimes, I get mom guilt, feeling like I let my stress from work spill over into, when I'm with them, or feeling like I'm always rushing everywhere. So I'm really working hard to be more present, calm down, be more in the moment. And so, sometimes I do experience that. But my friend Bridget Carroll at Keller Williams, she had a great line, and she was like, my kids are so lucky. They get to watch me be, a badass owning this business. And how lucky are they to get to witness that?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to channel my inner Bridget on that more and more.
I love it. Yeah, there's something to be said about having your kids see you doing productive work, whether it be health, because I've also heard that kids who watch their parents work out are going to probably grow to be healthier because of watching their parents. They're learning behavior there. So.
Right. Yeah, Mia's favorite thing is to jump on the Peloton, and I know she's trying to copy me.
What's your daily routine?
So for me now, my daily routine looks a lot different with a 5, 5, and 6-year-old versus when they were 0, 0, and 1, 1, 1, and 2. The sheer exhaustion of that stage and not being able to sleep consistently was super hard for me. But thankfully now I get to sleep, which is great. So now that I sleep through the night, I do wake up a lot at 4:30 to make the 5 a.m. F45, because for me, maintaining my fitness and having that as an outlet and my me time is really important for my mental health. I am happier throughout the day if I've gotten that checked off. So I do wake up really early, several times a week, to get to the gym. I get back and get myself ready, and I love that time because I get to have my coffee in peace. And then the kids come down. We do, get dressed, breakfast, pack their backpacks up. And then my twins go to their preschool, and then Mia gets on the bus at around 8:30 for first grade.
Yeah.
And then I try to utilize my time so well when they're not here, because back to the mom guilt piece, they're not with me, so I need to use my time wisely. I'm not just sitting there watching TV. I am working, as much as I can, and doing some household things to keep the ship running. And then, they get home all around 4. And then at that point, I really try to protect my time, because now I'm with them. So I work really hard while they're gone. And then when they get home, I really try to focus on just being with the kids and running them to their activities.
Yeah. You have to have a clear mind when you're being in the circumstance, which is a beautiful picture you're painting, by the way. So tell me about, you've also decided alcohol is not part of life anymore.
Yeah.
So and you mentioned it with working out too. You're releasing endorphins. You're you're a much better person when you do that. And alcohol was another elimination out of life, right?
Yeah. So
tell me about
for
that.
the better part of 2023, I was pretty sober curious. I knew that alcohol wasn't really serving me, and I'm just trying to be the best version of myself. So at some point in October, I just decided, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't need this anymore. So I haven't drank any alcohol since October 2023. And I have to say, I feel fitter. I feel smarter. I guess I should have done this a long time ago because got to put these brain cells to good use. But I'm really happy with it. So, I mean, if anybody is interested in hearing more about that, there's some really good non-alcoholic beers. So if you still want to feel like you're social and you're, you're enjoying yourself with friends, there's some good options. But I just love waking up feeling amazing every single day.
Yeah, I need to get there. And I haven't been as good as you, but whenever I do get on a consistent path of not drinking and then exercising, it's just a huge pendulum swing the other direction with regards to attitude and just confidence and whole mindset. So
yeah, it's kind of like, every single year I would have the same New Year's resolutions and I never seem to resolve them. So every year I'd say, I'm going to lose 10 pounds or I'm going to do this in my business. And I realized I didn't really change any actual habits about the way I was living my life. So this October, I just kind of made that shift, and it's been great.
Yeah.
So,
hey.
Yeah.
More power to you, and you're inspiring me. So
thank you. Yes, anytime.
So what made you get into the video piece? Did you see the movement coming with just video solely? Because that's pretty much all you're doing right now, right?
Yeah, so my main lead generation sources are my database, so my sphere of influence, and then social media. I feel like people should only focus on a couple of lead gen strategies, and you should do the ones that you enjoy. Like, I'm not a cold caller. I've never read a script in my life. That's just not me. I'm more relationship oriented. So those two styles of lead gen really appealed to me. With the video, I've started doing video in about 2019 with you, actually. You helped me get started with it. And if I watch those videos, though, they're just terrible. So for anybody who wants to get started in it, everybody has to start somewhere. And so I even cringe when I look back at some of the videos that I made.
I cringe on mine too, so don't worry.
Right. So for people, you just have to just rip the Band-Aid off and start doing it, and you'll get better as time goes on. I film it and I send it off to my editor, and he helps me put it together with the jump cuts and the captions and the different effects. And I have a lot of fun with it.
You do. Everyone, I'm like, oh my gosh, she just has an energy that I haven't seen a lot of people possess there. So
thank you.
And she's selling houses. That's the thing. Is sometimes you see influencers that are influencers and they hang their license, no offense to you guys, but hang their license out there, but they're not producers. And she is a producer. Being in deals with her, I've seen the art of the deal so many times where she gets creative. She takes the creativity that she has on the social media and the video piece and puts it on paper with putting a deal together when it comes to houses. And that's something that I don't think you can really learn. You just have a special knack for getting a deal together.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. And I think maybe you got a little bit of that from your mom. Mom was in real estate.
Yeah. So initially I was exposed to the real estate industry because my mom, Diana Hardak, has been a realtor since she was 25 years old. So she always told me, I think you would be great at it. And I'm like, no, Mom, I don't see myself as a serious business person. I like kids and sports, so I'm going to go in that direction. So I did. I was an education major, which has really lent itself to a lot of the things that I still do, even though I'm not in the classroom. But yeah, my mom helped me get my start, and I really enjoyed working with her for the better part of the last 12 years. So
wow.
Yeah.
So looking ahead to future of real estate for you, what do you have in mind for the next couple of years? What's going on with Jackie?
So back to the whole leverage piece, I really would love to find an agent that wants to join me, and I can give them great opportunities between hosting open houses, support of their buyers and potential sellers that they may have, taking out buyers for me. So I'm really looking forward to finding the right fit there, as well as finding an in-person admin. So that's kind of the vision for expanding my team on the real estate side. But I'm really excited also to continue going down the path with these digital products. Bill knows that I'm interested in this. I don't know if anybody else does, but I want to help other people learn how to utilize video for marketing to help bring more clientele to their business. Since I get so many messages about this, I figured I would love to help people. So that's something that I'm going to be working on.
The beauty of being a real estate agent and also a mom and also an athlete is that you have the ability to adapt and actually create other sources of passive income, and that's one of them. So I think it's amazing. I'm excited to see where you're going to go with that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see where it takes me, and using my teaching background and all the skills that I've acquired over the last 5 years of trying to make real estate videos. I feel like I have a lot to offer to people.
Well, keep doing it. How many videos do you do a month?
Great question. I anywhere from 3 to 5 reels per week, so maybe as many as 20 videos.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, one thing that I notice about you that I still want to possess is being able to do 5 videos in a matter of 20 minutes.
Yes, I have perfected efficiency with my videos. Back to the mom piece, I don't have as much time as some people, so I really had to block film, just be really fast with scripting, and then I also do utilize a teleprompter for my talking head videos because I don't have time for outtakes, so that really helps me streamline the process.
My biggest issue is the scripting. How do you do that?
Yeah, so I've always been, I would say I have a knack for writing. I was an English teacher, but I've kind of broken it down to a formula where you've got your hook, you've got your meat and potatoes, and then a call to action.
Okay.
And with the short form video, they don't need to be super wordy, you know?
Yeah. Have you seen a lot of success with those videos?
Yeah. I've been able to connect with buyers and sellers. I just closed a $775 purchase and a $385 sale that came directly from videos that I created, showcasing the Pulte models. So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
See, it works.
I just had a listing appointment last week. That the listing, if I get it, will be about $675.
And that's just from video?
Yeah, just straight from video. I can see when they started following me, and then they initially DM me, and then we set up appointments.
Okay. Well, that tells you right there that if you're not doing it, you should be, because if you do that and you put the commission behind it for how much time you put into a video, a 30-second video.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's free. I mean, if you're an agent that's paying for leads, I mean, you don't have to pay for social media leads unless you're buying ads, which I don't do. You know, so it's free and the reach is unlimited. I mean, how many cold calls can one person make in one day?
Right.
80?
Right.
That's a lot. 100? I mean, you make one reel and you can reach thousands and thousands of people.
Right. And you had one where it was, I remember you were carrying, was it closing where the bottles were?
Yeah.
How many people did you have that actually viewed that?
That was about 89,000. And it was like a 5-second reel.
That's awesome. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, that was probably the easiest one I ever made, and it had the biggest reach. So you don't have to overthink it.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it, is that it's about branding and getting people to know who you are, and you definitely do that. So
yeah, thank you.
All right, so right now we're gonna get into the questions of the day. Let me start by asking you, if you could have dinner with anybody right now, who would it be?
Okay, so I don't have like specific celebrity or historical idols per se, so this might be a little weird, but I would say I would choose to have dinner with my childhood self. So, and if I could do it more than once, I'd pick myself in each stage, like elementary, middle, high school, and college. I just have so much to tell me at those times.
That's probably one of the best responses I've ever heard. So what would you tell yourself as, let's say, age 12? What would you tell yourself at age 12?
Don't worry about what other people think. Stay true to yourself, try as hard as you can in school. Like, you can't go back in time. You can't relearn the lessons that are being taught to you. So don't be checked out. Like, listen.
Wow. That's good.
Yeah.
And what about age 20?
Age 20, I'd say run from Brad. That's my ex-boyfriend.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, Brad.
I would say live in the moment and really take, like, at Miami of Ohio, there was so much that I could have experienced. Like, I wish I traveled abroad, but I was so into the college soccer experience. But I do wish I would have done that over one summer.
Yeah.
Just for more life experience.
Okay.
So.
Question, I added a couple in there, but question 2, if you could have any food right now, what would it be?
A food.
Yeah.
Oh my
What's
gosh.
your favorite food?
On the run, I love sushi. Like, it's quick to grab and go.
Where at? Where would you grab and go sushi?
Great question. Okay, so maybe let's back this up. My favorite grab and go food is actually from Movable Feast. They've got this cute little cafe in the back. And I just love, like, the vibes in there. You've been there with me before.
Yeah,
the lighting is really pretty. It's
just
got, it's kind of an inspiring, fun place to pop into. So I would order their trio and their fairy tale cookies.
Okay.
They're the best.
Really? Fairy tale cookies and trio.
The trio, you get to pick 3 things from the deli case, and it's phenomenal.
Okay. Movable Feast.
Movable Feast, downtown Wheaton.
Love it.
I'm a big fan.
Where would you go if you could go anywhere right now?
Oh man, I probably would go to Italy with Donnie. We're planning to go back there for our 10-year anniversary next year because that's where we did our honeymoon.
Okay.
But I just love, I don't know, we loved it. So.
Is it the food? Is it the people?
It's like the food, the architecture, the history, the scenery, all of it.
Yeah.
But I don't often revisit same vacations. I would do that out of, like, nostalgia from our honeymoon.
Sure.
But Donnie and I typically like to go to new places we haven't been before.
Yeah, you've gone to some pretty crazy places.
Yeah. We just booked Costa Rica for August.
Okay.
And we're bringing the kids this time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Costa Rica.
Yeah.
And you went to Machu
Picchu. We hiked
Machu Picchu.
Yep, it's in Peru. So we hiked Machu Picchu before we had kids in 2016.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today. And we're definitely going to do this again because there's so much stuff that's going on in Jackie's world. And she's got a whole different business model that's just developing as we speak. And we're going to have to find out more about that down the road. How can people find you right now if they want to get in contact with you?
Yeah, so I spend a lot of time. You can find me on Instagram on my Jackie the Realtor account. Stay tuned for my new website. I just switched brokerages about 2 months ago, so that's still in the works, but that should be ready to launch in the next 30 days. And yeah, so let's connect on Instagram.
Awesome. Well, have a great day, and thank you again for joining us. We'll see you soon.
Thanks a lot, Phil.